Okay, now Poncho. Now we've seen a lot of heel turns over the years, and if I recall, Poncho, I know your very first heel turn was in 2009. I believe it was in July 2009. Hey man, I remember the heel turn too, man. It was dope though. The heel turn was for real. Hey man, I gotta agree with you, Poncho. The heel turn was definitely dope. It was definitely great, but a lot of people criticized you for the heel turn in 2009. And Poncho, my question to you is, why did people criticize you in 2009 with the heel turn, and why did you make the decision to go heel? Well, I mean, DJ Blazin, let's be honest, for real, 1 second. Sometimes you have to make those decisions in life where you want to continue doing what you doing and you get no results out of it, or you make a decision to move forward, to make more money, and to get to the next level. And for me, getting to the next level in 2009 was not going to continue with kissing babies, giving free hugs out, or seeing little kids cheering, seeing people cheer. In 2009, my head was just going through a lot lately in that year. When I brought the new Poncho in 2009, early 2009, it wasn't the great reaction that I got. Because the new Poncho, Ruthless, was great, was smiling, but I needed to go to the next level. And in order to get to the next level, I was not satisfied with just hugging and kissing babies and talking nice and goody two-shoes and all that. I knew in order to make money, in order to get more women around me, more women and ladies around me, and in order to be a success, that I was going to have to turn heel. And so I turned heel basically because I wanted to draw more money. I wanted to see the women and ladies come around me more often, and I wanted to just be a success and get to the next level. And the first heel turn was in 2009 that I did, and it was great because in April 2009 I had to quit the track team in Hardin County High School because there's a lot of personal issues between my parents that was going on. And in June of 2009 we set up one of the first setups to get me to turn heel. It was me. I was at the Polk South Festival just talking to this one beautiful woman. It was me, Jolie, I think McKinley at the time, McKinley Dunson, God rest his soul, Jamil Stewart, I believe, and Shaquille Clark. Shaquille Clark was there too. But I know it was definitely me, Jolie Jefferson, and Shaquille Clark. You know, I was just talking to this beautiful woman who I'm not going to mention or whatever because if you know, I got a story that's on. Well, I did have a story, but this story was no longer a scene. But I had a story on my old Facebook page before it got deleted about the 2-year crossroads, and it just explained about how my life was turned around and all that. And so, in 2009, on June 4th, 2009, it was a Saturday. And me, Jolie, Shaquille, McKinley, and Jamil, I believe, was all just walking at the Polk South Festival in Harlan, Kentucky, and everything. And there was this one time where I was at the Polk South Festival, and I'm like, okay, now this is the big moment. Because really, up to that time, I never had what you say really a girlfriend at all. I mean, I had a girlfriend one time, but that was like almost 7 years prior. And I knew time was still not on my side, so I was going to take advantage of that night. And then, as soon as I was getting ready to ask her out, my step bro, Taj, Taj Brown, he came up to me. He was like, "Man, we gotta go." And I was like, "No, wait a minute. Just give me 5 more minutes, man. I'm almost finished here. I just gotta talk to this woman. Gotta ask her out and everything." And then Hunter came along. It's like, "Man, we really got to go." And Taj just held my arm and grabbed my arm, and he was running with me and Hunter. He's like, "Man, come on, let's go." And I was like, "No, wait a minute." And as I turned around and was getting ready to see where she was at, she went off with another dude. And that's what started the heel turn. That's what caused me to actually be the bad guy. And so when I seen my girl talking to someone else, I was like, dang. I was so mad. And I was ready to just fight any and everybody there. And it was a sad moment too, because with me, Taj, and Hunter, we all went to Dad's Dad's car. And be honest, we really didn't need to go, because it was nothing. Dad just wanted to leave early, basically. His wife wanted to leave early. His new wife, actually, wanted to leave early. So I was trying to call Jolie. I was like, "Man, Jolie, where you at still?" He's like, "Man, I'm still here." And I was like, "Well, is she still there?" And he was like, "Man, I don't know. She went somewhere." And I was like, "Well, find her if you can, man." And Jolie was like, "Yeah, hey, man, I'm on it. I'm going to find her." And Jolie could never find this woman. And I was so mad. That was one of the first heel turns. And there's a couple incidents on social media where I was talking to multiple women, and they got mad and upset because I was talking to their best friend or talking to someone else or whatever. And there was one that was like, "You need to stop messaging me," or whatever like that, because I think I was getting on their nerves or something. But in July 25th of 2009, there was a party at the Lynch Park. There's a bunch of women, my God, with big bubblicious booties and big bubblicious butts, of course. I gotta say it the PG way, you all. And it was just, they was dancing and everything, and all of us was having a good time and everything. And then it was my turn, and I basically went off. I should have I honestly should have danced that night. That's one of my biggest regrets on earth till this day. That's one of my biggest regrets right now, is not dancing out there with the ladies, not dancing out there with the women. And one in particular, she was so fine to dance with too. And I was so stupid. And not wanting to dance with her. I was like, "Oh my God, you got to be kidding me." After I thought about it, I was like, "Oh my God, what did I just do?" I turned my back on everybody, and there was a beautiful woman that I could have danced with. And that's why, I guess ever since then, I was pushing myself to dance with as much women and have them as much as possible. I guess that's why so much I'm overdo it at times and getting the women to dance with me. Because ever since I missed that moment, that made me feel guilty. And I was just saying to the people, well, they wasn't there for me, or they never did nothing for me, so why do I got to be there for them all the time? And that heel turn, if that heel turn had not have happened, you probably wouldn't see the Impact Player or Sexy Chocolate, or you probably wouldn't even see me in the rap game if I didn't do that heel turn. But I'm glad that heel turn did happen, because that was something necessary. But I had so much fun being a heel. I got to enjoy being a heel. And like I said, that one moment at the park in July 25th of 2009, I regret it to this very day. I should have got my black self over to that park. I should have danced with that woman, and I would have probably not have went off. But hey, I still had multiple dances with multiple women though. So I mean, I made up for it. But if I had to do it all over again, I definitely would have danced with that woman at the park. But I mean, it's all cool though because there's a lot of people that actually like me being a heel and enjoy for me to be a heel. But I mean, it's a part of life and it's part of the business.